What is happening, Girth Gang? And welcome to Figgonomics. Yeah. Joining us, of course, on the show, we've got Sergeant Savings, a.k.a. Fritz's Bricks. Look at that salute. You got to respect it.
Okay.
Of course, I'm Sean the right way. And tonight we're going to talk shockingly expensive figs. We talk about the War of the Stars quite a bit, and I'm like, what else is going on out there? I mean, some stuff I'm aware of, but did a little digging with some tools and found some heaters and thought I'd share them with the boys. And of course, we want you guys to participate as well. So, as we go through our list, send us a couple. We'll pull them up. We'll see what's going on. Fritz is a Lord of the Figs over there. He probably knows a thing or 12 about them. And hope we can all learn something tonight. So buckle in, yeah. Fritz, how was your turkey day, dude?
Turkey Day was a blessing. I finally got to come back home to Michigan, watch the football games, the Lions play on Thanksgiving, watch Michigan play, go blue,
Nice.
and spend some time with family that I usually don't get to see too often. I haven't seen my wife's grandma and grandparents in like 4 years, so it's been pretty cool.
So
How's
first time
yours?
home
Not first time home. It's
for
first time
Thanksgiving?
home for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I missed the past two. So we go Lions. Woo!
Yeah. All right, we got 50 people in the Girth Gang tonight. What is happening? What is happening with you guys? Mine was good. We actually hosted, which adds another, layer of responsibility and stress.
Sure.
I got to see first game. I saw absolutely none of. We were in the peak of getting ready. Second game, I saw the Cowboys thing a little bit, like a quarter maybe.
Yeah.
We got everything done. Guests were gone. We ate early, and I was like prepared. Kids asleep. Sat down to the Dolphins game, and it was over with the first punt. The fumbled punt. It was just, I don't know why I hype myself up every year, but they just do the same thing every year. So, but yeah, guys, welcome to Figgonomics. I say please file in. We've got an exciting broadcast here for you tonight. We got some great figs. Fritz, when you talk about shockingly expensive figs, I just want to be clear. We've talked about what it kind of means to us. So I'm going to say what it means to me, and then I'd love to hear your version, but it's like San Diego Comic-Con figs, for example. We know they're heaters. We know they're $5, $10, $1 million, whatever they are, right?
Yeah.
We all know about Cloud City Bobes, right? What I was looking for is like
the normies.
the normie Figgonomics fodder. What I was looking for, and I've had a few people comment about the thumbnail, like, well, we all know Harley's a heater. It's like, I was looking for stuff that I didn't know. I was aware she was worth something. When I saw what it was, I was like, that's a little shocking to me. So it's not that we don't know that they're
most expensive one.
It's not that we don't know that they're worth something, but it's like, it's gotten that high. Like I haven't paid, because we're kind of a lot of us are swimming around the Star Wars world, and so it's good to pop your head out and see what the hell's going on elsewhere under there. And God forbid you're at a Flames, a little Yardy, you roll up, you're like, oh, let me see, let me get one of those. So it's shockingly expensive to me. Fritz, what's your feel? Do you like making these kind of discoveries? Or are you in it so deep you kind of already know?
So actually, this is kind of big for me because me being a Star Wars guy, we already talked it. Under the radar heater figs. Yeah, under the radar heater figs.
Hire Liam. I get summer. I just talked for 10 minutes. It's under the radar heater figs. Thank you, Liam.
That's a title right there. Shoot, it's big for me because of the pure fact that like I do mainly Star Wars, so I know them all, just like everyone else in the world, right? But I've been getting I've got 40 plus pounds of non-Star Wars that I've been slowly grinding through, and I find stuff every day that was like, I didn't know that was $200. I just made a sale on Bricklink. I sold a Lord of the Rings minifigure and like when I scanned it, I was like, oh my god, it's $200. I didn't know that. I thought maybe max $50.
Right.
Expensive. And like coming across random city figs that are ironically old, or like I came across the Lego employee minifigure and it turned out to be like $100, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So actually, like, I've came across a ton of figures in the past 6 to 9 months that I thought were, maybe 5, max $20, turn out to be 80 or $100. I'm like, oh, Kobe Bryant. They've only ever made 2 of them, and one of them is like minimum $35, $40. The other one's like 80. And I got 2 of them in a haul that I just picked up here in Michigan, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And it's an old basketball player too, so like they have the hands and the jumpy legs, the spring legs.
Oh yeah. I see.
Yeah,
When I got into
crazy.
the game, and we don't have to chart it, but when I got into the game, the Lego game, that is, I was aware of the NBA figs, and at the time I looked, and they were whatever they were. What year was that? 2008,
Uh,
5.
um,
Either way,
7?
the point is, I was like, it was like 15 years before I got into it, or whatever, 10, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I was looking at him and I'm like, the Shack is only $22. That's weird, and I was like, this is a little weird, just because, like, it crosses so many different fandoms, right? You got action figure market, you
True.
got Lego fans, you got just straight up Laker fans that'll buy anything Laker on it, and then you got Shaq fans that'll get anything Shaq on it. Kobe to a higher degree than even Shaq as far as his collectability, especially given his
Yeah,
not even before he passed and all that stuff. I'm just talking like even when he was still running. I mean, it was like, you know, his sneakers highly coveted, that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? He has like a bigger
true.
collectability. So I was shocked that they all seemed undervalued. And to me, honestly, you just said 80. If you would have said 180, I was like, yeah, a Kobe figure makes sense, $180. So some of these were just like, maybe, ooh, future topic, Fritz, undervalued.
There's a lot of
Shockingly
those too,
undervalued.
honestly. Shockingly undervalued
I
minifigures.
almost think Liam's
Facts.
idea for for under the radar, I think that would be interesting.
That's true.
Here's
Or sleeper figs.
look at this dude. Benji builds with the Thor's ham bone. I think the craziest find for me was the Iron Man trophy. I got it in a random lot and thought nothing of it until he stumbled on the price of Bricklink. Is that an
Yeah.
accessory or a fig? I'm not familiar with it.
I think he's talking about the fig, right?
Okay.
Or does he mean like the iron? I got 2 of those Kobe figs. Yeah. The Kobe figs I didn't know were expensive till recently when I just got the lot in Michigan.
But that like makes sense, makes a little bit of sense to me.
It does kind of make sense. Yeah. Like at first I was like, "Hey, that's Kobe," and then I was like, "Huh, I wonder if this is expensive." I made a short on it on my YouTube, and then other people were pointing out all these other things that were like expensive, and I was like, "I have no idea." It's like because I'm a Star Wars dude, so I got to figure it out slowly but surely.
Yeah. All right, guys. As you guys know, this format's a little bit different than ACOB. We're going to jump right in here. But before we do, I need to get the juices flowing, and I think a shock announcement, Fritz, would be
Oh,
good.
100%.
We're going to do something at the beginning of the show, and then maybe bookend it at the end of the show. But a little teaser. Little teaser for everybody. This has never happened before in the history of ACOB, but your Shadow Girth Trooper figures are in the mail. You guys should have received notification on that. At least most of you, almost all of you. Lake, you'll have to remind me on that. But as you're getting those, we had one more thing up our sleeves for this year. Now I was hesitant. We just did the Shadow Girth Troopers, but this is one we've been sitting on, and we can only release it this time of year. And more news on Thursday's show, but for tonight, I'll give you guys this. This is coming Thursday. Fritz, you see a piece count on that thing?
Oh, I sure do. Look at that. 263 pieces. Oh, what are we getting in here?
It's a girthy boy.
I love the lightning bolts in the back.
Well, they're Christmas trees.
I know.
Much more info to come on that, guys. But yes, our final drop of the year. the holiday heaters. What's it all about? What does it all mean? You guys saw the piece count. It's a pretty high piece count for ACOB. I'll give you a hint. It's not a single figure release like Shadow Girth. I'll let you know that. But this Thursday on ACOB, we will be revealing it, putting it out there. Final product. I know, guys, they're close together, but it's seasonal. We have to release this now. You guys do understand, because there's a certain timing factor that goes with what's in this holiday heaters pack, Fritz. It's important. Time, the use of time, it's of the essence with this sort of thing. And not just because it's the holidays. There's another element to this where it's going to make sense to get it in people's hands. So we're excited. We will reveal one of the figures and one of the builds by the end of this broadcast. There it is. Holiday heaters. Yeah, that's a thing. It's happening. Justin Keller. Time. It's Back to the Future. It is the last. Yeah, this is the last drop for a while, guys. We understand it was tight. There won't be anything till next year, well into next year. Is one of those a shockingly expensive?
Both. Maybe.
Both.
Three, all
Maybe.
All three of them.
Jandern's into it.
Take my money.
Very emotional. It's a very emotional time. Stud Lake has just been in the lab. Liam can't wait. We're sorry to tease you. We are, Justin, but it's going down. Denver Brick Co.
Just a tip.
Excited about it. That was kind of just a tip, boys. But I assure you, I was trying to give you guys some tips. Or just a tip, as Fritz said. The pre-order is going to be Thursday. And it's not much of a pre-order because it's going to go fast. It's already, Lake will keep us posted, but I think everything's already there. This isn't going to be a big, long wait. It cannot be, because time is of the essence with this sort of product. Has anybody guessed what it is? There is no pre-order.
No guesses.
Thank you, Lake. This is coming in. You order it. Lake is already packing them up. It's already happening. It's going to go back out. What time?
Stiff, what's up?
9:30, man. 9:30 on ACOB on Thursday. We've set the bar high with the last couple. Thank you very much, Brick Dynasty. We have, but we're doing something that I assure you nobody else is doing, or has done, or will do anytime soon. They can try it. I don't know if they're going to do it.
An ACOB Xmas wing. That'd be fire.
Tree ornaments. I love the guessing. New Year's. Sig figs under the Christmas tree.
Put Brent's face on an astromech. On an astromech.
Yeah. So Lake left work early to put these together for the boys. So Dubs in the chat for Lake. Thursday night, latest ACOB release. It's going to be nobody else is doing this. Like I said, and when I say nobody else, I mean, like, in this space, I can't think anybody else would be crazy enough to try it. It's not to give us credit.
You're not going to top it either.
We'll see. Lake does great stuff. Riley can't wait. Mayo is going to let everyone else get dibs on it. Mayo, if you're coming to Brick World again, can always bring you one there if you want. So there will be information on full information on that. There are going to be some options for people that are doing like pickup type stuff internationally. You can add this and pick that up later. Lake has covered all bases, basically, is what we're saying. So one more glance. I almost clicked the wrong one that I don't want to show you yet. Holiday heaters, 263 pieces from Matt Black Bricks and ACOB. Okay.
Just imagine the potential and possibilities.
What is a holiday? What is a holiday heater? What is it? We'll figure it
2025 Advent calendar. There's some good suggestions. I won't lie. Maybe future, potential.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Acop gave to me a live stream in Cooper's pine tree. Nice. Good rhyming. All right, let's talk some shockingly high.
Some heater figs that you guys probably don't even know.
Before we do that,
And I didn't even know.
Before we do that, you guys were so generous last week. You funded the DLC. You funded the DLC on the new Super. I'm just going to go ahead and rip it right now, Fritz, because I kind of just want to hear it. No Super.
Let's go.
No donos required. Let's just let's rip it. I want to get hype for this segment. Ladies and gentlemen, Lego butt.
I want to see that Lego butt. I want to see that Lego butt. Looking good on that box art check. One more finger, boys need to inspect. Front's a heater, but the back could be a wreck. Turning it around and I meet no disrespect.
Look at the butt on that thing.
Yes, indeed. Look at the butt on that thing. It's our new
I'm
Super.
not gonna lie, I was dancing the entire time.
We were too. We've got to be able to get a backstage cam on this. I got to figure it out.
Oh, like a secret cam. Like, but I don't know. Oh no, dangerous.
Lego butt cam. That could be bad. All right. We're gonna start very casually. Very casually. Let's actually. Yeah. Sorry, I started looking at the set itself because I was like, "What else is in this thing?" I want to know if it's worth it. Let's see. Oh man, I'm logged into and the. All right.
Can I take a quick second to shout something out really fast?
Shout it out, Fritz.
Awesome. So, as everybody might know, I'm a seller on Whatnot, but I want to point this out. I'm doing another fundraiser stream. It's actually going to be a Christmas raid train event on Whatnot. The project's called For the Kids 2024, obviously, because it's wrapping up the year. But there's going to be a ton of different sellers. Myself, Connect the Brick, possibly Whoppy from the last Figgonomics show, and a couple other awesome dudes. Denver Brick Co. He's in the show right now. And some of us are going to be donating 10 to 30% of the entire show's proceeds to Children's Mercy Hospital. And basically throughout the month of December, sealed Lego donations will be accepted and given to them. So if anyone wants to pop in, it's this Saturday, and it's going to be like an all-day event. I think I kick it off too. So if you guys bookmark my show, I'm going to raid into everyone else, and it should be pretty cool. So if you guys want to come out and support, it's a kids like Christmas set event for 2024. We're going to donate some sets and donate 10 to 30% of the proceeds. So if you guys want to pop on out, it would be awesome. I know we had a ton of support for my Veterans Day fundraiser, so I would love to see some more people out there. Appreciate all the love and support. That's all I got. Thank you.
There you go. Fritz getting the plug-a-rooney out there. Nice read, man. Good job. All right, Fritz. Is your body ready? We're going to start here.
I'm ready. Yeah. Look at that.
Spider-Man 2099. Future Spider-Man made some appearances in media. He was in Miles, right? I believe he was.
I think so. Like the animated movie, yeah.
Keep me honest here. I think he was in at least the first Miles Morales. The reason this is shocking to me, he's $84. Now, look, this is Brick Economy. We're using that for reference. Fritz and I feel like they're a little bit low. So maybe Fritz in the background as I'm pulling this up. If it's something and you see what it's trading for on maybe Whatnot and Real Auctions, call it out. Or if you need to look it up on the Brick link, maybe we could get like a little bit more of a blended average. But either way, this was a $40 set in 2018. It was part of the Spider Crawler set. There was 2 vehicles in it, 4 figs. Quite frankly, Fritz, that's what makes this fun to do, is because I'm like, well, what else was in that thing? You know what I mean?
Right. And it's recent too.
Yeah.
It's like 20 years old. It's recent.
Right. And it's something that when I was first getting into it, so this retired in November of 2020. I remember seeing this on shelves and I was nowhere near wanting to look to pick something up for later, or do you know what I mean? Like this sort of Spider-Man line didn't appeal to me. So I never thought much of it, but I do remember staring at the box here and being like,
Yeah, I do
man,
too.
I remember staring at the box and being like, that's kind of a heater, even though, you know, I don't recognize the vehicle. I have no attachment to it, that sort of thing. You guys can kind of see what the set itself is going for. I'm going to go ahead and call it like low 100s, you know, for sealed, something like that, 120, 115. But
What's the set number on it?
76114. And I'm going to see. Oh, I'm clicking around like people can see stuff. Sorry about the blur vision here. But it does include, there's a Sandman in there. Let's see. Let me get back here.
I mean, shoot. In the USA right now, cheapest in the USA is $149.95 on this bad boy.
Yep.
Dang.
So, you know,
I wouldn't have known that this was like a set either, especially coming out of 2018.
Yeah. Right. So 2018, 2 years shelf life. What's that?
I wonder if Sandman's expensive, because usually if one minifigure in like the set is kind of expensive and it's not like, and the other minifigures aren't seen in other sets either, they're usually all a little bit pricier.
Yeah.
Sandman's like $20. Kind of an expensive set now.
I feel like, here we go. All right, it's not in there. Sorry, boys. I'm trying to figure this out.
Spider-Man is also one of the most like produced and most like liked minifigures out of like, I mean, a lot of the Marvel right now. Spider-Man.
The two heaters, you called it out. Yeah, you called it out, Fritz. Sandman is an exclusive. There's 3 exclusives in here. Sandman, normal Spidey. He's in 7 sets. Nothing crazy, but always fun to get one. It's kind of like getting a Vader. You know what I mean, Fritz?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, do you need another Vader? Not necessarily, but it does a little something down south. You know what I mean? It's very exciting to get a Spider-Man in a set. It just is. It's just a fact. Spider-Man $20.99. Again, they're saying like $83, $84. And then Vulture. This is interesting. This is an exclusive for $447. Not overly familiar. I suspect it's just not a great Vulture. Maybe that's why it's so underpriced here. But the $20.99, I believe, is a first and only. So that probably has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, right there.
Real big on debut figs. Everybody's real big on, you know, only time exclusive, one and done type of stuff. So there's a $20.99 there for you. And yeah, I was just surprised because this is something I would just walk by and kind of think nothing of and be like, where's the Star Wars at? But this figure caught my eye and I'm like, you know, sometimes your gut tells you stuff, but it was a little surprising to see this one going up. We'll swing it over to the Girth Gang thing see what they think about this. The 83 is crazy, right? I mean, this thing had to be on clearance like all over the place. Some of these figs are more expensive than passenger train sets. That Sandman is so inflated. Okay, so Squidman. By the way, guys, yeah, again, you know, the pricing here a little all over the place. Fritz, what are you seeing on $20.99? Did you already say? I'm sorry.
In the US right now, cheapest on Bricklink is $149.99 or $149.95.
So this is low at 85.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. And eBay is tough because I mean everybody asks for everything.
I think the one, the Vulture is more expensive on BL. So yeah, the Sandman is so inflated. There's a new one on Bricklink for 15. I'm looking at it right now.
All right.
Kind of crazy. I would have never. I was never a Spider-Man guy, but like, I slept.
All right. Well, look, guys, we'll get prices for you. Some of them are more reliable than others, but we just did want to give that disclaimer. All right. We'll move on to the next one here. All right. Yeah. Fritz, are you familiar
bro,
with
this
this
is a
one?
freaking fire minifigure. Oh my lord! And I don't
Nexo
know,
Knights.
like
Again, for me, it's shocking because I'm a little familiar with Nexo Knights. I know what it is. I know it exists, all that stuff. Never, I've looked at it a little bit, but never stopped and looked around. So, like, what are some of the heaters out there that we need to sort of be aware of? And obviously, no mystery why this one is so coveted. Now, granted, here's what's weird, Fritz. Obviously, the design is really intricate, really cool, really unique. But what's
unique.
wild,
Yeah,
what's wild to me though is you see a lot of stuff, particularly in CMF, and I know the distribution numbers are way different. I get that, but you see some really complicated figures, and they're like $3,
yeah,
$5,
I know. All the time, all the time.
So this is Lord Krakenskull. It seemed to be a favorite when we posted it. People were calling it out, being like, yeah, showing him respect. I'm just kind of going through and looking at stuff, and I'm like, dude, this is an awesome figure. I feel like if I had seen it in person or presented or put on a pedestal in some form or fashion, I would be like, dude, that's a heater. So this is the first time I'm really taking a look at it and really digging it. Love the two different eye colors there. The horns holding up what appears to be some sort of crystal or something. So if I'm butchering this, I apologize, guys. Fritz, what do you know about this one, man?
I mean, if you want me to be honest, I don't know jack about it, but I just know this. It's a fire minifigure. The helmet alone is cool. It's probably the closest thing we've ever gotten to a Teutonic Order helmet, if anyone remembers those from like history and everything like that. Um, so it's sweet in my opinion. Also, the cape. When have we ever gotten a cool cape like this in very many minifigures in just Lego in general? Also, if you guys did not know, Lego, most of the capes are not made, especially in the past, most of the Lego capes are not made at Lego. Those are contracted out companies. So the fact that we even got something cool like this and unique is super awesome. I'm actually trying to look up and see what this went for back in the day. You know what I mean?
Well, so according to the sort of
Oh, wow.
unreliable,
$60 is what it sold for back in the day, retail.
yeah, for the
The set.
set, yeah,
For the set.
yeah.
And the
Which,
set right now, I mean,
2017, that's what, like $90 set nowadays,
yeah, now. But what's
So
crazy is on Bricklink, the minifigure, the cheapest in the USA for this minifigure,
yeah,
or for the set that is in the USA. The cheapest in the USA is one guy. He's got it at 298.
wow. So it's all this fig pretty much.
Yeah, and then the cheapest in the world is 210, and that's in Germany. So you already know that shipping's gonna be a bitch.
What's this fig going for on Bricklink?
The fig is going for right now. USA minimum is 245, and and 245 for the fig. If you want to buy it from another country, it'll cost you between 120 and $200.
All
Kind of
right.
crazy.
So in this case, their price isn't as batshit crazy. I'll direct this question to Fritz. Fritz, I got to grab something real quick. Can you answer this one
Oh,
real
yeah,
quick?
I got it. All right. So, what is considered to be a new figure? New. Once it's out of the box, is it not instantly used? All right. So, like, this is definitely up to like perspective and like your own interpretation at the end of the day. But like, in my opinion, if I get a minifigure and I pull it straight out of the box, or if I get a box, rip open the box, take the minifigure out, that thing is brand new. That's what Bricklink stores, like the largest Bricklink stores in the world, do that. You think they get the minifigures just in like bulk? No, they break. A lot of them break open sets, and you'll be able to see that. They'll break open the set. They'll have the minifigures. If they pulled them right from the box, they're going to be brand new because they probably just put them in a bag. And then some people, like I have some that I list that are at brand new because the condition is not even close to used, like on my Bricklink, you know. Or like I still have the cape sealed or the headpiece sealed. I'm gonna list that as new as long as the rest of that minifigure is in like very, very, very good condition. But if I'm starting to see scratches or anything like that, there's no way. There's no way. So Yeah, and also like if you're doing it brand new, if you're saying it's brand new, you can also just say like just don't assemble them ever either. That's one thing to do. Like I have a Pong Krell that I got from the Z95 Headhunter. I've never assembled it because it's brand new and like the headpiece is still in its factory sealed bag. So like it's really up to like your own interpretation. But if you're buying when it comes to buying stuff, I would just like if you're buying an expensive minifigure, just reach out to the seller, be like, hey, is this new or is this like is it really new? Like, did you pull it out
Is
of
it
the box or is
new?
it not? You know,
Yeah.
yeah, how fresh is this? You know what I mean?
You guys know. You
Yeah,
got to
and
check.
Bricklink has their own definition too. And Bricklink has their own definition, especially compared to like Whatnot. Whatnot's completely different. Like, I might say something's new, and then I'm looking at it. Yeah, there's no scratches, no dents, no dings, no like massive like issues with it at all. And we're like, yep, it's in good condition. Put it up there.
And I
But
think that's what's fun about minifigures. I don't know if I was telling you this, Fritz, on text. No, I said it in the Discord the other night. I think what I find most interesting about minifigures in general is like you kind of have to open them. Like you just have to
yeah, you
see
do.
them. Now, either that or like in a lot of most cases, you got to leave like a whole bag sealed, which you know
Yeah,
what I mean? So it's like now certain parts will come in their own little bag within the bag. The headpiece, what's the name, Fritz, for Ahsoka? I always forget.
like Rebels of Ahsoka. I said Pong Krell
Malacca?
was a good example.
No, but like the headpiece, right? So,
Yeah,
you know, that kind of stuff, like, you know, but just know, I mean, see, for me, I think always I want to get like open minty because, you know, as long as there's no dense things, all that stuff, it's like it's as good as it's gonna get. I mean, the thing ships usually surrounded by pieces. It's been chucked in the mail, it's been on boats, it's been on airplanes, it's been in targs, it's been everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I could understand the purist definition of new, and it could range from never been assembled. And I think that's like probably the closest you're gonna get, right? If it's all in like a
probably.
bag 3, you know,
I
if it's
also
a
want to
bag
mention like
3 fig, you know.
I want to mention the fact that like
I'd almost rather it be open, Fritz. Real one more thing I just mentioned, right? Like the heater fig of the sets in bag 3, let's just say.
oh teaser.
Nope. But I would rather have it out and have it inspected a little bit.
That's
I mean, you
fair.
could
You
still
know,
do it through the bag, I guess, but I don't know. But that's a
well,
great
new is
question.
all.
It's a little
I
bit of
want
a
to just
gray
add this
area for
little
sure.
tidbit right here. New is relative to like the age, because like I have minifigures in my Bricklink store that are older than me, and there's some minifigures in there that are 20 years old and 18 years old. So like super old minifigures, a lot of people will just say they're new, um, because the listings are all over the place, but they'll like they're considered new for how old they are too, like in good condition, and then they're just trying to optimize like the money that they can make on it sometimes. Um, but they might not be mint condition, but
Right.
they'll be new for 25 years old. You know what I mean? So that's one thing to think about. And then Ostef asked me, Punk Krell, is he going to be for sale soon? I'm doing a 50 over 50 on this Sunday. So there you go.
I might be competing with Ostef on that one. Fritz has assembled a goodie bag for me. We still need to figure that out.
I
I think
pick it
you're
up
getting
on the 12th.
all right. All right. So don't you forget about me. You know what I mean? What are the one stud figures in the new Harry Potter Diagon Alley called? Okay, so Fritz, what would you call those? The little one stud, kind of like I assume he's talking about like Ant-Man style figures.
Yeah, Ant-Man micro figures.
Micro
He's talking
figures.
about the ones from the game, like the board games that Lego used to come out with back in the day.
Gotcha.
I have like maybe 100 of them. They're not. I don't have any Star Wars though. Mine are all Castle because I like them. But like there's like little micro figures. I actually just got like 10 of them. You don't see them all too much, but and they could be considered statues too. Stud like says that. Yeah. Micro figures, nano figures. Like all you guys are right. You know, everyone's got a different name for it. But yes, like they're small. They're the size of Ant-Man. A little bit beefier though. Jeez, a Pete's. Daniel's got 150 to 200 of them. Woo!
Sheesh. Nano figs. There you go. All right. And for those of you that are in our Discord, guys, if you're not in our Discord, dude, you got to get in there. All kinds of
Mayo,
dudes, all
read
kinds of
Mayo's comment.
backgrounds. There's just comedy galore, but also very valuable information. I'll get Mayo's comment in a second, but
Oh my
thank
gosh.
you, Brick Dynasty. It's in the it's in Discord. But I will just say, regardless of what Discord's or what Bricklink says, because I'm like half in, half out on or I keep saying Discord on Bricklink, guys. Thank you, Cooper, for posting that. It really is like, what's new to you, man? Like I will say this in figs that are expensive that have like a headpiece, i.e. Amidala, that kind of stuff, like. But again, as I'm saying it out loud, Fritz, how many times you've handled a lot of those queens? Proud of you, a lot of them. I can't remember if you sold it to me or Maddie. Mine doesn't matter. The point is, like, even just because it's in the baggie, though, especially those headpieces, Fritz, how many brand new ones have you seen or unboxed yourself where there's a flaw on them after you get them open?
Oh, hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. Where I'm
So
like, oh man,
I'm sorry,
this is
but
sad.
like, I think new is a weird term, unless it's somebody said it earlier. I think brand new it probably needs to be sealed in a sealed set to me. If you're going to say strictly brand new, now new, out of package, there needs to be another little definition of it. For me, when I see something I like, the first thing I do, especially if I don't know them, is like, this is adult collector on display only. Like, that's the first kind of thing you're looking for, because then
Right.
there's no rubbing from those dick hands. You know what I mean?
That I mean, like one thing I used to do when I first got in, before I started selling, like I used to add like on Whatnot. The best thing about Whatnot that beats Bricklink and eBay is that you're going to be able to look at the figure live in show as long as they have good camera quality. There's some people that don't have good camera quality. You're gonna be able to look at the camera, look at the figure live in the show, see exactly what you're bidding on, see the details on the torso, see the details on the headpiece, see if there's any wear or tear. You're gonna be able to see all that, and that's like the best part about Whatnot. I mean, that's why maybe sometimes buying it on Whatnot might be a safer and better bet, just because of the pure fact that you can guarantee, kind of see what you're getting. Oh look, is this gender? Did he say something like I just said?
Yeah, he is.
Oh look, yeah,
You
he's
don't
just speaking.
rely on someone else's definition. You have it with your own eyeballs. And Fritz, more
Yes.
times than not, right? And we don't want to put this out there too much. I don't want to cause a pain in the ass for your brethren. But if you your shows are available on replay, if somehow the copy gets mixed up, I know you go above and beyond, and a lot of the dudes do. If they get something and they're not thrilled with it, you'll work something out usually, right?
Yeah, like that's the biggest thing with like any reseller and like that I've ever talked to or met, or that we've even had on the show. Maddie, myself, Wappy, Ryan, like
It
everyone,
happens.
a lot of people and whatnot. We're all gonna go above and beyond to take care of someone, not only because we want to make sure they leave a good review, but we want to make a like I'm big on community and relationship building. So like if someone ever has an issue, I'm going head over heels or head up. I just said heels. Fuck. Um, head over just to make sure that I take care of them, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's a couple bucks out of my pocket. At least I can help
CPA
someone with what they want.
has added something to the soundboard. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh no.
But we say so many. Certainly, me says a lot of wild shit, so I'm not sure what it is. All right, I pulled up Shredder because, again, I'm just looking through like, what has some value. This one is shocking to me because I always forget. Because it's a little bit before my time. Again, I started 2019 late to the game. I'm aware that there were Ninja Turtle sets, all that stuff. I think why this one's shocking to me is why the hell, Fritz, can they not figure it out and do this again? TMNT, clearly still a heater to a lot of folks every time. And you too, Fritz, I'm sure when you go to Targs, I mean, there's still turtles everywhere. This really is a call out of like, is anybody seeing this? And could you imagine, and by anybody, I mean the Lego group. And we asked that about a lot of stuff for sure. But dude, just like, give us a new turtle van. Give us, whatever you want to do.
I mean, there's been 3 shredders ever
Yeah.
And two of the shredders I know are like $80, $90 minifigures. And then you've got the one with the red torso that's like between 20 and 33 bucks, 35 bucks maybe, depending on the condition and everything like that. But they're all very unique in and of themselves, and they're all exclusive, I think, to only one set each one. So, I
And this is
mean,
the kind of stuff that I want to learn. I didn't know there was 3. I figured,
I
well,
only
that's
recently
why this
found that
is
out because I had them and I didn't know it. I didn't know there's a
so
difference.
this is why I love this show, because again, like we there's some knowledge here, but we're all kind of learning together. So I didn't know there was 3, Fritz, and that makes this all the more interesting that it's still fetching such a high price. I get it. Anytime you combine a couple fandoms, things like that are going to happen where people react and get excited. Obviously, the villain's always the heaters, Fritz. It's well documented. We know that.
Cooper
It's
just
not to say
dropped
that
a
the
piece of
heroes.
knowledge.
There you go. Knowledge bomb. You guys, can we get a dubs in the chat for how ominous Fritz looks? It's like he's like scary, still handsome, but very scary looking.
And
Over
I
there.
have facial hair right now. You guys don't see that very often.
It's not about that. You look like a straight up creep over there.
I think the quality of my Wi-Fi
Very
is better
crisp.
too. So
It's the most crisp
gosh.
you've been. You know.
Oh,
Good story, Sith Fritz. Yeah, because Ryan did that. He did a whole show once, Fritz. You probably saw it, where he just decided to flood his background in red, and he was just
oh my
Sith Ryan
god.
for the whole episode. Blair Witch Project.
Soon that'll be me.
And there you go, Lake. They rotted on shelves. So, if you guys can get some stuff on the low and it's from an IP people care about. But I just wanted to call out Shredder. Again,
this
mainly
is a weird
why
one.
the hell are we not doing this again? But this one, obviously, to me, is how I remember them. You called out the red one being cheaper. I don't think that's surprising. This is kind of the quintessential. This is what Shredder looks like in my head. So it makes sense. It's
I want to say something interesting about this one. So this one on Bricklink in the USA is 180. There's 3 in the UK and 3 in Taiwan. And they both ship to the USA and they're 82 and 96 bucks. Kind of crazy how it's like doubled, just over double value in just the USA alone.
some could be real,
I mean, you could buy the 3 in Europe or Taiwan and hope that they don't kill you on shipping, and you could make, 50 bucks per almost. But then again, like, just a little tidbit of info and knowledge for all those people out there. The last 6 of these sold in the USA. So there were some at one point. 6 sold in the USA at $86 to one person. And then before that, in August, one had sold for $155. There's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only been 13 sales in the USA this entire year for this minifigure. That's kind of crazy.
All right, for our next pick, we're gonna still stay mainstream. It was on the thumbnail, and again, guys, I knew this figure had value. I didn't know it had that much value, and obviously, Fritz, we're gonna have to get some backup data on this because Brick Economy seems to be sort of underestimating Guardian bikes. What is this? Close.
What the crap? Harley Quinn Apocalypseburg, baby.
Spoiler, they're chasing me around. That's what I bought my son for Christmas. It's like I already bought it, dude. Stop wasting the ad money on me. Harley Quinn Apocalypseburg. Now, this one's interesting because even though it's part of the Apocalypseburg set, which is, I think $700-800, give or take, maybe even more.
Hard to get.
800 feels hard to get, feels right. To a lot of folks, this is the quintessential Harley Quinn figure. It obviously has the daddy's little monster. They didn't play any games with this one. This is a straightforward heater Harley Quinn. When they could have done something cutesy with it and done whatever else, they decided to just go straight forward. And of course, it's reflected in the movie. This is how she appeared. But there's been other ones, and there's animated series. I'm not blind to the fact, it's not lost on me that Harley Quinn does well everywhere. Her figs are coveted, her books are coveted. I get it. This was surprising because I always just thought Apocalypseburg had a shorter shelf life. It didn't do that well. It was expensive, yada yada yada. And the reason some of this stuff is shocking is because the set is so high, and then when you back into it, it's like, oh, this is another one of those, Fritz, where the figs are really driving the value. There's a couple from this one. I'm only going to talk about one more because it's interesting to me from this set. But talk to me about this Harley Quinn. I think you just got one recently.
It's on the way to me, actually. And I was gonna sell it. I've decided not to sell it because it's so cool, and also,
Yeah.
I mean, the figure is just super sweet. I mean, and I don't have a set. It's a set
She
I've
was
always
not
wanted,
coveted in Joker too.
but also like the fact that they put Daddy's little monster, Daddy's Daddy's little monster on there, torso right there. Lego is never gonna do. I don't think Lego's ever gonna do that again. I think this was back when Lego was like, you know what, let's run it.
They were, yeah. Well, when chips weren't, I don't know if chips were down in 2019, but the chip stack is higher now. You know what I mean?
They
I mean, they
care
were
a little bit
down
more about that
comparatively,
stuff.
but like, I agree. I love when Lego does wacky stuff where you're like, I don't think they're gonna do it. But yeah, this is again, it was shocking because I figured, you know, you look at it, you're like $100. Now they're saying it's 157. Fritz, can you check Bricklink? There's no way. Because I did a quick eBay search. I want to say she's in and around mid twos. A lot of
All
people
right,
ask
so if
way
you're
more
going,
than
depends, right? Right now on Bricklink, used the lowest in the USA is $200 on Bricklink, and the guy literally says one small bud of dark azure print missing on hair. So that
did he say
sucks. That's
what?
not good
What did he
condition.
say?
This listing sucks. There's like a small like a print like like a scratch or something like that. Then there's one right here. It says excellent condition, no cracks, no print wear, includes bat from set for $216. That's not a bad price. Now I just saw one of these sell on Bricklink, or not Bricklink, on Whatnot not too long ago for $300. So it definitely depends on where you're buying it. And if you're buying it, you gotta get a bat. You gotta get the bat. If you're not getting the bat, you're doing it wrong. All right.
Yeah, you got to get the bat with it.
Um,
Is the
and if
bat
you want to buy it,
exclusive, or you just got to get it?
the bat's exclusive. Yeah, no, the bat's
Oh,
exclusive,
okay, all right.
isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, it should be exclusive, right?
I don't know.
Let me check this. Oh, I'm not gonna look through the parts of the set.
Least overpriced Whatnot purchase. This one, yeah, if you can find it.
I mean, there's one here for new on Bricklink right now. You're looking at from the USA $249. If you want it out of the USA, Slovakia $223, and then used out of the
That
USA
is exclusive. Yeah.
$168. But this guy
So-
says stress marks on the right side of the torso. Yeah, I wouldn't do that if it's not in good condition.
There
No,
shouldn't be
there's no
any kind
point.
of stretch marks on this fig unless
No.
somebody's getting
If
weird.
you want it, pay premium price, or not
So-
pay premium price. Get a good deal. You know.
Now, Fritz, I want to get into something deserving to be high priced. Okay. To me, this deserves to be shockingly expensive because obviously at the price point, I want to say Apocalypseburg was $270. I could look that up real quick. But you know, it was like
right here.
it was on the higher end of prices. Let me see. What was it? What was it at retail? $299. Sorry. And I also know that it went on clearance pretty good.
And it's a 2019 retired set too, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not super old,
Yeah.
but this one, in terms of rarity, which never really comes up, Fritz, unless something is numbered, you're not going to see as many of these Harleys as you are. Give me a fig that goes for $250 all the time that you think there's bazillions of. Star Wars, go.
Zillions of.
Oh, I got
Darth
it. P2 Rex in and around this. Not so much anymore, but it used to be, right? So
Yeah, it used to be P2 Rex. I would have said that in a heartbeat.
let's just
I would say Darth
P2
Revan right
Rex,
now. Easy.
before the new Rex, guys. P2 Rex, 2 to 250, right? Like all day long, practically. There must be what 100 times more of those made than this Harley Quinn. You know, like, so when you
Oh,
get in,
facts. Easily.
I mean, thousands, I don't even know. So please,
I mean, you
guys,
gotta
don't.
remember, Lego, this is a big set. Apocalypse
That's
Bird
what
was
I
a
mean. They
massive
ship
set.
way less of these, and
So
so
they're making less of them no matter what. Right now, if you want to buy it in the USA, it's gonna cost you $800. And if you want to try and buy it from Europe for $569 or $600 or $700,
for the set,
you're
yeah,
gonna pay between
100
50 and
something to ship it.
$100 to get that shit shipped, not
Yep.
including customs, not including tax. I mean, like, obviously, you're gonna be paying a little bit, you know, a little price right there. Yeah, Hyper Ring Django is another one. That's Angry Django. Right now, he's between 250 and like 330 maybe, but you know, one you
But
don't see
there
all the
were way more which I know that's a variant, but I bet there was more copies of that
time.
than this. Do you know what I mean? And by the way, guys,
True.
I don't think limited edition short print runs in and of itself makes something rare. But when you can have the perfect mix of a heater character that everybody's after and it's short run, all that, it's the recipe for when something's going to work. I was around back then, I would have known, like, okay. And here's what's interesting. Oh man, was it
Wow.
2015, 16? In and around this time, I actually was getting back into books pretty good, and I was reading whatever run was out there of her at the time. And you know, I probably would have been interested in picking this up if my brain even was remotely tied to Lego. You know, I was looking at like the figs and the busts and stuff at the time for this. So I am a big fan of like the second banana or the sidekick characters just in general. I don't know if you know about this about me, Fritz, but like I'm a huge Robin / Nightwing fan. I always
Oh,
think
hell
it's
yeah.
interesting. I always think the main guy is interesting, but I always think like the right hand man or the main squeeze in this case is interesting. And I always like to go like deeper on their lore and stuff. So like I was like, what? I know a little bit about Harley Quinn. Let's get into like her books. And I had a comic shop like a couple blocks from me at the time when I was living in San Diego. And for whatever reason, I was like drawn to it. So, and I've always been a DC guy. DC over Marvel. Always. You know why, right, Fritz?
Say what? Sorry, these comments are hilarious.
All right, we'll get some comments going. But do you know why I'm a bigger DC
sorry.
guy than Marvel? Superman.
Why?
I'll answer it. They have
Oh.
Superman, the only superhero that matters. All right, here we go.
You know, I'm a fan of
the
Brooklyn Signal.
busts.
That's true. Also, I was just looking.
By the
Angry
way,
Django.
speaking of busts, I highly advise against buying this figure used. All right.
That's true. Floyd's right. More people care about Star Wars than DC. Star Wars is the largest IP for Lego.
And that's why Florida, and that's why I said what I said. Rarity does not necessarily bring the boys to the yard. That's not the only component. But there's a big base that are just into Harley Quinn shit, right? So yes. DC rules. See, I knew Austin would have my back on that. Superman. I can't wait. Superman's coming back. Can they get it right this time, Fritz? It's very exciting.
Oh, bro, I hope so.
Power Girl fig. I think they did.
Fig? Did they make Power?
She's worth more than the original Darth Revan. Loose.
I just sold a couple Revans. That's incorrect.
Oh, macro. Revan's a little more, dude. What's a loose Revan average right now?
I mean, loose Revan? Shoot, I don't know. On Bricklink, they sell for. There's one here for 240. Last time I sold a loose one, it went for 310. I sold a new one for like 65, 370. Not too long ago, actually. Yeah, I mean, like, there's one guy on Bricklink in the USA for $300. Cheapest I've ever seen it. I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Actually, I might buy it right now. But it says minifigure. Oh no, it's not even sealed. Minifigures assembled. Yeah, okay. So sealed ones, different story. If you want to buy a sealed one, like $400. Yeah. So if it's loose and assembled, there's one on Bricklink for $300. So.
All right, Fritz, we're gonna bring one up that you were excited about. It's in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah. Yeah, one that threw me in a loop. The Chief, guys. Look at this. This
Take
is
it
the
away.
Rock Raider Chief minifigure. I actually have been getting into like a lot of the power miners and the rock dudes from back in the day, a crap load. Not because I really wanted to, but because I started getting a crap ton of them. And I was coming across some of these guys. They're kind of expensive. I was appalled at like the prices of some of these. Go check it out, guys. He is literally the most expensive, like one of the most expensive like basic minifigures from what? I think he came out in like
2000.
2001 to 2000, right?
485.
Used right now, used 450 right now on Bricklink, and that's the cheapest price. Granted, is this a super desirable minifigure? I don't know, right? We don't know. The last one sold in there's only been 2 sold this year on Bricklink. One at $400, one at 314. They're both used, both in the USA, and that's it. You know. So like, does it sell very often? No. But it was also made in 2000 when they weren't pumping out sets like they do nowadays, you know. I got you on forward on the Shadow Arf. I'm about to list them on my Bricklink too. So soon.
Don't list mine.
Yeah, I've got like if just a little teaser for everyone. This month I'm listing over 4,000 minifigures on Bricklink. So if you guys want some stuff, let me know. It'll be there. Yeah, this is all Squidman set. This is Rarity. It came in one set. That set is not it's barely even a set. I mean, if you guys remember back in the day, they used to do these like little platform things, and then they would have a cardboard piece of paper, and it's
There
right
it
there.
is.
There you go. Yep, 3347. Like I was born in '99, so I'm not gonna remember this. But any of you guys in here,
Who's going after this? Just this little niche group of Rock Raider fans, right? That's why this
there's
is.
only one for sale in the world, and I can't read any of it because it's in German. But it's $882.
You can read that part.
Yeah, I can read the price part. Yeah, let me tell you that.
But again, like I get it.
Niche.
It's a really cool design though, with a different colored arm. I don't know how often they were doing that kind of stuff back then.
Right.
Little Star Warsy. He's kind of got the rock eyebrow going, you know.
Or like the bright, kind of chromy looking, like paint that they got right there, the metallic on the shoulder, a little different.
You know what's wild though, Fritz? This is what makes sort of dumpster diving through like, you know, giant fig piles interesting probably for you is like, you know what I mean? You could, unless you're looking for it and you're just doing like the little sifting through a giant sort of haul that you got of 500 rando figs that you got for $1 each. That's what makes it fun, is like probably somebody that's been sitting on these for 20 years. This is one of those sort of basement clearance one. Now, again, I don't know what the distribution was on this. Like it was only 500 printed, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like this blends it sticks out a little bit because of the teal. Shout out to teal, my favorite color. But like this just looks kind of like, without that arm, Fritz, it's like it's a cool looking city guy that could be just in a bucket of figs. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. Well, like this coming out in 2000, this was probably $6.99 or $4.99 or probably $4.99 back in the day. You know, now this would be $20 or $15.
This was a doll hair, 99. 2 doll hairs.
Oh, we had someone translate the what it says in German. Only the figure without stand or packaging, top condition, bro. Jeez, that ain't happening. He ain't selling that for a while. Ain't no way.
Oh man. Yeah, if you got a sealed boy on this, I don't even know, dude. Sky's the limit.
Oh my god. I do know a lot of these OG packs right here. Back in the day, these are right here. These
Thank you,
are
Macro, for saying what it takes me 10 minutes to say. It blends in. I would have known, never known to look for him. Thank you, Fritz. Or Macro. That is
Out of
Richard.
curiosity, I just gotta check something.
Yeah.
Like, so these are the Rock Raiders, right? This is number 1. So I wonder if there's a number 2 or number 3. And are they as expensive? I hope not. Oh no, they're not. They're not even near. Okay, we're good.
Guys,
Jesus.
real quick, I'm big into feedback. You guys know that. Are you guys digging this? I kind of like this. This is just like a hang, and we're just like looking at figs that like we don't spend a lot of time on. I don't know if you guys spend a lot of time on some of the ones we're looking at, but you guys enjoying this rather than just going through, we're going to do both, to be clear, right, Fritz? It's still good to get hype about Advent and what's popping with Star Wars. We get all that, but you guys like this, kind of digging in the crates a little bit, looking at stuff? Let us know if there's any other
A
topics
little
you want.
variety.
Like, I've learned so much tonight. This is cool. Like, and we're an hour in. Usually it's, I know 75-80% of what we're talking about. I try to. And this
Same.
one,
And
I'm aware of
I'm a
rock
mystery.
creators. I know there's a following. Didn't know this was the heater of the thing till Fritz said, "Put Chief in, man." I'm like, all right.
Even I was like,
works.
wow. Because I was
I'm
like, what
into
the fuck is this?
No, I didn't. I was like, great. That is what this show needs to be about. Like this topic, I should say, is just like, what the hell? All right.
What did someone just say about
Now,
me?
some of these, again, could be obvious to some of you guys. Again, like new to me. Sometimes I have varying degrees of awareness of it. Let's get into this one. Again, one of those niche sort of themes, Fritz, that's got a big following that's coming back. We've got Professor Brainstein from Ultra Agents 2015. Fritz, we're going to need to get a real price check on this. Obviously, just a batshit insane figure. This one would not blend into anything.
Oh god, maybe Ninjago a little bit. They have some freaky figs.
No, they do,
Or
but
like
but I'm sorry.
know?
But you see, we're talking about sticking your hand in a gross bucket of figs, Fritz, which you've done many times.
I've done that a lot this weekend.
God, it's so gross. I can't imagine just the plethora of what those hands have handled. But
I think I just posted a YouTube video about. Oh no, I posted a video in the day about it. But like this slot I got was great. Nastiest slot I think I've ever picked up. Hair, other shit. And I was like,
what kind of hair? What are we talking? We talking southern region?
Long hair, long.
Okay.
What? Say what?
Southern region? What are we? All right.
I don't want to know.
He's excited. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah, if you own these, a lot of you have been calling it up.
Yeah, drop it down in the chat.
CPA hates it. Not enough Bionicle. Well, throw us one. I mean,
Here, I got one for you.
Do they ever have figs in the Bionicle stuff?
I think they did, didn't they?
CPA knows this. I'm gonna guess without even knowing. I promise I don't know. They had to have included like one normie minifig.
Yeah, I thought they had Bionicle minifigures. I think I might have a couple. Here's a kicker for you.
Well, why are you laughing? Because let me tell you something, CPA. All you ever show me is these like worse than normal buildable figs. Okay, buildable. No, I am gonna get. By the way, I am on the hunt, Fritz. When the time is right and the price is right, I do want to get one of those nice cylinder. I want to have the experience. I want to crack one open and do a Bionicle and give it the full regalia. I want to do
do a metal one too. You don't see those very often.
Whatever CPA tells me to buy, we will do that. That will be a fun show, CPA. We should do that.
You should crack open a Comic-Con.
I want a new one. I don't want something like I don't know if we can get a sealed one for $100. Am I going past?
Those of you that know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what any of it is. They look
CPA knows what I'm talking about. I think
to me, but CPA is so into it. My other friend Duck is so into it. A lot of people are into it. I want a little taste. I want to put a mask on the fig, and I get it. I did it with Ninjago. I got to understand for the culture what the story is.
All right, back to this figure.
Isn't that one like $200? Set me up with something, CPA. Set me up. And if you have a crispy, I'll tell you what, from CPA, I trust his hands. I trust him. If there's something that's used but new and reasonable, let's do it. But I do want one of those damn cylinders. That seems like I want to crack one open. You know what I mean? So. All right.
Inside tour exclusive masks. Yep.
If anybody has one that they're willing to let go for a reasonable deal, hit me up because I'm excited. I'll do it for
I might be able to help you out. I might be able to help you out, Sean, in like a week.
Okay. Yeah. I want to like it too, but I don't care if it's like necessarily valuable or in fact less valuable is good. I because if I'm cracking it, I don't want to like.
That's fair.
I
All right,
want one
fine.
that I want to like though. I'll be like, that one looks cool. Let's do it. Because I know
That's true.
nothing
You want
about it.
something cool. You want something you like at least, you know? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, shoot. We gotta hop on the like button, people. We got 100 people in here. 65 likes.
What
What
in
are
the
we
blue?
doing? All the knowledge.
All right, Ostiff,
I don't know if likes do
199.
anything.
A
but-
flash always. Woo! Love you, gang. Ostiff, last few times we got a super there. This is a good time for a little pause break. He's
Yeah.
been rocking Annie lately, Fritz. So
Oh,
we're gonna
man.
talk about the time when Annie went a little freako.
I remember the time when Eddie went freako. When he grew up fast and Batman was his freako. Came out swinging, his saber longer than a light pole. I remember, yeah I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
Fritz, when you hear something like his midichlorians shot right through, I mean, what does that mean to you?
It sounds like I'm gonna have more kids.
Your midichlorian shot right through. That's for certain. How's everything doing with that? If you want to talk about everything going smooth.
Smooth. I actually have to do some blood. I have blood tests tomorrow for both me and my wife too for the kiddo. My wife is at high risk pregnancy.
Oh man.
So,
Well,
other
sorry.
than that, pregnancy's going great. Actually,
I think everything's going to be fine. That's the way I try to view things until otherwise. So
I mean, everything's gonna go fine. We're blessed, and like, this is my first. I wasn't here for the first kid, so like, me being here for the second kid and like really getting to experience the pregnancy. Let me tell you, it is a world of difference. I had no idea the amount of things that would change in my life because it smelled too bad. She didn't like it. It looked too chickeny or too gross or tasted too much like chicken or is too
Is she off
steaky.
meat entirely?
Not entirely, but let me tell you, chicken out of the world. Not even here. Gone.
My wife during my kids, she just definitely the first trimester or two, no meat. Period. I'm like trying to like is it because it makes you think of like eating the young? Like what is it about? It's just she's like no, I can't describe it. She's like it's so gross.
I was first
Well,
trimester. I was on the carnivore diet. She made me quit it because she couldn't deal with it anymore.
Yeah, I'm like let me get I'm like that whole 8-piece is for me now. It's great. You know. All right.
Andrew asks, what does he got to pay for a white boba beat?
What is it?
He said a white boba beat.
Wait, boba beat. What is that?
I think he's asking for his
like
own.
a custom.
Yeah.
Yeah, gendered. I mean, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I do like that fig. Let's workshop it. You know, I mean, usually the thing is like they just kind of occur to me. Sometimes though, somebody gives me a heater idea. In fact, the next super, which might not be this week, definitely next week, was something that happened in the Discord. Somebody will bring up something, a quotable, Fritz. Again, we say a lot of crazy shit around here. I'm like, that could work.
Crazy shit.
It's good that's where my head goes for like that could be a song. Most people will be like, that's a good video idea. I'm like, no. We need to make a song out of it. White Bobes. It's interesting. I like it. Although I still need to do Creamy Vader, Fritz. We still have not done something for the ledge. I know. Creamy Vades. Maybe we could tie them together somehow. We'll see.
Yeah, they're both creamy.
It's all that matters. Professor Brainstein, heater fig, $139. This annual growth thing is interesting. It's been on all of them. Expected to go up another 11% next year. I suspect this is driven by Rarity at this point, Fritz. And then there's also people, this is 2015. So, you know, people are going to be coming online of age that were, let's see, 2005. So, like, let's say a 10-year-old Fritz in 2005, born in 2005, bought this in 2015. They're 10. They'll be 20 next year. They're starting to get into a little bit of
Money.
little
They're
bit.
getting ready.
Still in
They're getting
college,
ready.
their first job, but enough to certainly swing $100 and something fig every once in a while. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. What can you tell me? Again, Ultra Agents aware, super aware, big following, kind of like the Power Miners thing. What can you tell me about this fig, if anything?
So this bad boy, I actually recently had this one and sold it, and it
Wow.
sold for me for $120, I think. On Bricklink right now, he is at $100, and then between 100 and 130 bucks is what you're looking at. There's a couple of people that have them listed at 200. Don't fucking buy those. The whack. And then used. All right, here we go. Here's some tea. $88, excellent condition. Used. That might be the one for you. Now, granted, the little tidbit of info for this one right here. 2015, we already said it. It came in an ultrasonic showdown set. The set only came with 2 minifigures. It's pretty dang unique. And both minifigures are exclusive to that set too. But ironically, that other minifigure is just not worth a lick. I mean, he is $2 brand new.
So probably because they're both exclusive. Interesting.
Yeah, they're both exclusive.
You said that, yeah. Cool. Heater set though. How much does that worth?
Yeah.
140.
Let me pull it up. I mean, back in 2015,
Damn.
70171.
It was $20. Now it's like
Oh my
140.
god. Insane.
Fritz over there ripping them. What's happening over there?
Oh my Zins flew away from me.
Dude. Yeah. I mean, this would be one of those ones that like I would take a flyer on. This would be a great target toss. Again, I wasn't around for it, but I'm like 20, this probably hit 16, $10 on a Black Fridays. It's cool enough looking. Anytime there's ships, Fritz, I think our Star Wars DNA would pull us into something like this,
I mean, I wish there was sets like this that were this cheap still. Shit.
See, here's Cadet coming in. It's clearance Cody for $13.99. It was a Cody member, card carrying. Jander, you heard that rip, right? We all heard that, Fritz, just to be clear. Can we soundboard that?
No. There's probably a lot of things you can soundboard that I say. Or I do.
You didn't say it.
Shoot.
98 eBay. All right. Guys, get out there. Jander heard it. I'm telling you. We need an instant
dogs.
Instant reads.
Dogs.
All right. Comic Boy. Great knowledge on Comic Boy coming through.
Wow.
Third Ultra Agents wave, limited to US, plus the only time Lego made a brain until this year with Dreams. There you go.
That's some knowledge. That's crazy. I would have never like stiff.
This show. So good. No, it's funny. All right. So yeah, the set's cool. The fig is cool. I mean, Fritz, I hear you on, why is one of them $2? Obviously, this is the sexier character, but it is weird to me every time I see something being exclusive. And I don't care how boring it is, but there's people who ride for this. Why is one of those figs $2? It's kind of weird to me. Other than I don't have an answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get to the other one is it should be 10 times better, but 10 times still makes this like, a $12 figure. That's interesting. Anyway. All right. Oh, we already went to this.
What's the next one?
Fritz, I did not I'm out of Bricklink. Do you want to do
Forest Woman? Let's go. Yeah.
Forest Woman.
I love Castle. This is for all those Castle boys out there, and Maddie, because Maddie always watches the
shout out to Maddie.
The repeat show, replay.
All right, take it away, Fritz.
All right, so for those of you that don't know, I love Castle. I love so much Castle. This Castle woman came in only one set. This is from the original, right, back in 1990. So this is older than me. This is older than a lot of you cowboys in the chat right now, all right? But this is, obviously an OG one. This is from the Forestman's Crossing set. Super unique. It came with 4 minifigures, but one of the first iterations, or 5 minifigures, first iterations of like a female character, right? In Lego, in like this in Castle, right? So it's super unique. Now this minifigure has actually been reissued now. So there's technically this one, and then there's another version of her, which is on Bricklink. You'll see it. It says reissue. But this one with the quiver, right now, you will find it. I mean, shoot, anywhere. If it's brand new, you're looking 100 plus all day. I mean, it's just you're not going to find it for anything less than 100. It's hard to find it for less than 100, especially with it being 30 plus years old. It's
Name
kind of
Kevin.
crazy. And then when it gets into used stuff, actually, do I have one of these? No, I don't have one. I think I sold it. I had one at one point. But used, you're still looking at a crispy 50 plus on this minifigure. She's a heater in and of herself. I mean, look at this.
Those lips are sensuous. Now, Fritz, real quick, you define new.
All right, here we go. So
Used.
because this minifigure to me, if I get this minifigure and there's no dents, there's no cracks on this minifigure, on the arms, the legs, there's no scratches or anything crazy on that. The head, the hat itself, because let's see, there's some stuff like, let's just see what this freaking hat is worth. The hat alone is $30. So right there, you got to remember, when you're doing this, like you got to look at like every little thing to see if it's whether or not it's new. The hat's expensive. That's $30 the value. The torso right there is what matters the most, and then you have the head. Make sure there's no cracks. Make sure there's no deep scratches or anything like that. Make sure there's nothing crazy on it. And then if you want to rock it and list it as new, like, fine, do it. There's no repercussions at the end of the day. If you want to list it as used and like kind of go through it, like right here, there's one right here that says 8 out of 10 condition, $69.
Now, you were saying something about age
then,
though before. Age
yeah,
of the
34 years old on this figure.
Yeah.
To me, in my opinion, like I would probably, if I had this minifigure and there's no scratches, no cracks, no nothing, I'd probably put it as new. Am I going to list it for the highest price on Bricklink as new? Hell no. But the reason why I'm going to do that is because I'm going to take the time to go out of my way to really make sure this minifigure is good and taken like to the T in good condition. And that's why I'm going to list it as new. Might it have like a scratch or two here and there? Maybe. And maybe I didn't see it. I don't know. But I'm going to do my best to make sure it's right with the customer. I want to also add that there's a reissue of this minifigure, and that one's minimum price is like $50 too. Like between 40 and $50, that's the price it goes for. So no matter what, if you want a castle, a forest woman, you're paying like $50. It's kind of crazy. Yep, there you go. Yeah.
So the difference is it was like a lighter green. I mean, that's what's jumping out so far.
Yes. So the green, it's really
also
all in the
G
torso.
has what appears to be D versus C, as far as the cup.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that part too.
I'm an analyst. What is with this dude? I'm logged in.
Called her a MILF.
Leave me alone, dude. Everything Lego website wise is so janky. Can we get a slick website for the love? They're like, well, Lego's website's terrible. Might as well follow suit.
And I do believe the torsos are different. If you were to pull them out and look at them on the inside, the molds themselves are different too. So that's how you can also tell if it's the new or the old. But yeah, she's 34 years old. And honestly, like sometimes like these older minifigures kind of hold up a little bit better than some of this newer stuff. Especially if you get a minifigure that's red or brown, you're fucked. Sorry to tell you.
I gotta ask you a serious question. Probably the most important question of the night. You ready? Is your body ready? Forest woman versus Harley.
Oh, Harley all day. Daddy's
in
little
fig
monster.
and real life, or what are we talking?
Daddy's Little Monster. Oh, both.
Lego website is 06 Max. Yeah, that's true.
Both. Real life
Good man with good
and Lego.
torso is different because it's so old. I don't know.
Looking snatched.
Damn, I don't even know.
She probably works at a brothel or used to work at a brothel.
All
God,
right,
I shouldn't say that.
we're devolving here. All right. Let's see. What else did Fritz send? What else is in Fritz's bag of tricks here? I got it.
I mean, there's.
I got it. You don't say.
One of my favorites.
There
Right
you
here.
go.
I think you're gonna pull it up. I have more too, but I honestly think this is such a good show. I mean, is this it? That's not
This
it.
isn't it. All right.
No. Don't put Soldier. Here, I got you.
I didn't. I just put Dragon Knight. Oh, did I? Hold on. What set is he from, Fritz?
Oh, let me pull her up. Or
Oh, I got one. Here we go.
Dragon Knight. CAS
I got him.
495. Yes. Oh my God. I actually have 4 of these in my personal collection. I'm blessed. I'm never going to sell it because, well, I mean, so blessed by the gods and by my family that they knew I love Castle, and I got so many Castle sets growing up. Specifically, these one, the Dragon Knights, and the red one. I forget what is it called. Lion? No. Crown. Yeah, I got a lot of Crown Knights too. But I have 4 of these. I absolutely love them. I just looked at them like today. The minifigure came in only 1 set, and it's a great. I love the dragon theme sets personally for myself. Like I just did. This one came out of the Escape from the Dragon's Prison. It was a super small set. Like it wasn't very large. It came with 4 figures. This minifigure right here is one of the best ones you'll ever find. Not only is this minifigure one of the best ones from the Dragon Knight side that you'll ever find, but it also comes with a fire ass
You get
barding.
the horsey with the barding too. Sheesh.
I have 4 of the bardings and 4 of the knights. Absolutely one of the best castle figures that they've ever made.
Holy Lord.
I mean, the barding here, let me just the figure does go for $100. I have seen it time and time again. Monarch Bricks on Whatnot sells it for just over 100, or $100 flat. You will not beat that. Let me just pull the barding cost, because the barding cost is also pricey. Because we've only ever got this in this set alone. That is it. And if you want to find this in the USA in good condition,
300.
No, great condition.
No, new box.
Well, the issue with it is that the clips break on these ones so much.
Yeah.
On the old one, on the old horse bardings. Trying to find one in good condition is hard. Here you go, $100. In new condition, nothing broken. If you want pictures, just ask. $100. 91, 100, 94, 99.
What are you seeing for the set value, Fritz? It's saying 186.
Oh, the set I think is $300. I'm almost 100% sure it's $300 sealed.
Yeah, which makes sense. Okay.
Let me
All the
double-check
figures are exclusive too. Sheesh.
No. Wow. There's one in the USA right now for $225. That's not bad, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, this was like what? I think 20 or 30. No, 30
Now
bucks.
this could be one of those ones where the figs are exclusive because of the head or
Yeah.
something. Because I've definitely seen.
The only one I think is that is exclusive is that horse and barding. Or
No,
the horse
it's saying
barding.
4 figs are. It's saying all 4 are exclusive.
Really?
It's probably because of the heads, I would imagine.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't because all the parts and pieces.
I mean, look, their torsos are the same, so it's probably And look how cheap they are. So there's nothing crazy going on with any of them.
Yeah, they're just a unique combination.
I do
of
like
parts,
this Solge though. This Solge with the weirdo gap in center field.
Yeah, I mean, I love these Dragon Knights because they back then Lego was doing such good creativity on putting the chainmail on them and everything like that. And you can't beat it. The Kingdom's Joust has an expensive figure too.
Man. I passed on so many when I first got into it. When I first got into Lego, I wanted this so bad, and it was like in and around.
Same.
These prices
got it.
Yep, look at this right here. This is what I was going to say. I was starting to look around. Definitely, 300. I was always like, every once in a while, Fritz, I'd catch someone slipping for like 250, 275, and I never pulled trig. And now they're saying it's
You
around
got to.
4. I know I should have. I'd love it, and I'm a huge medieval times fan. It's the only reason I
So
wanted
am
this.
I.
What?
Oh, you mean
Dude.
like the actual like event, right? Medieval times event.
Yes. Have you been?
Yeah.
Okay. So we do that at Brick World. So you're going to go to that too.
I went to that one. Yeah. That one's a great one. I
What?
went to that one. I think there's one
You
in.
didn't go to Brick World? What are you talking about?
No, I didn't go to Brick World. I went to the one in Chicago. Is it Illinois? Yeah, Illinois.
You haven't been with us yet. It's a completely different ride.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got to get that turkey leg and made.
Brick by Brick. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah. Bit of a
I would
tangent.
love to grab a turkey leg with you and Tyler. Feast.
Hell yeah. You only eat with your hands. And we get there early. You got a pregame. You have to.
Oh, that's not an issue. I
January-
will say this. I'm stoked. Oh,
Yeah,
you just said it. I'm stoked for my first Brick World too. Yeah, I'm super stoked.
We are stoked.
I don't even know
Some
how.
of these are unique
Here's
combos of parts. Thank you, Comic Boy. That's what. Is there a term for
Want to
that?
toss a? No, I think he's got it.
Guys, can we get a quick pause and applause for Jalen? His AT-AT just arrived. It's a big moment. It's emotional. It's exciting. For those of you that scored, we should do an unboxing tonight, Fritz. I've never had one in hand, you know.
I have 4 at the house right now.
Yeah, way to make everyone feel terrible, Fritz. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I have my crispy single, you know.
Actually, I'm going to do a really bit. Me and my wife. Listen to this. How you think this is? I need to know people's opinions. I have 2 questions for the people and you. Should I do an unboxing video? Me and my wife unboxing over 40 packages that we've missed over the past 10 days between Amazon, Bricklink, whatnot, eBay, people sending me their collections, and then also Lego.com deals, Kohl's deals, Target deals. Should I do a massive unboxing between both me and my wife? She bought Christmas stuff. I bought Lego. You'll see which one costs more, I think.
Can you put me on speaker and let me commentate?
Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. That would be absolutely hilarious.
Like, we'll just put me like, I want to commentate how you're probably going to be like frustrated about some of the purchases she made because
I'm already, yeah.
You're already frustrated, right?
Oh, we spent some money on stuff that I was like, oh.
But yet
why?
but I'm going to guess 80% of those packages are yours and they're filled with plastic toys.
Oh, 100%. I don't think there's one thing there that's actually I bought for this for our podcast for Figgonomics. I bought for the show.
Oh, very
yeah.
emotional.
I bought a little stand for my mic finally for it to be like what you got.
Little boomer, little boom.
A boomer, yeah.
Boomer, you want to feel like a boomer? Like me? That's good. All right, that's good. All right.
Oh, last question. How much money should I bring to Brick World Chicago?
Fritz, we could do it as an entire stream, dude. But he needs to do it on his channel. That's all. I'm just saying. I want to witness it. You know.
I would have to do it on my show, on my channel.
Oh,
yeah.
his order got canceled. Damn.
No, Derek, I'm sorry.
Fritz, dude? Derek, somebody, we got to help Derek. Hopefully, some more pop up. Damn, Derek, I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
That sucks, dude. Yeah. Shout out to Amy. She knows. Amy's awesome. Amy, you're going to Brick World. It's right down the street. I already know. Everybody's guessing the haul value. Is that what's happening right now?
Oh, I don't know my haul value. No, I asked how much should I bring to Brick World.
Oh, 10,000.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, because you're running a biz, you don't need to bring. Just have clearances on your cards is what I'd say. But also bring cash because as you know, it speaks louder than. Yeah. Whatever you
Cash
want, dude.
is king still. Cash
You'll
is
be
king
G'd
still.
up. You'll be rolling with us the whole time. So, no concerns. If you want to bring a hunch, whatever you want to bring, dude.
I'm excited, man. I am so excited for Brick World. Knowing
Fritz,
you,
you're
Fritz,
going to clean house at the. By the way, guys, I think we've announced this previous, but we'll, if you're in this stream right now, an hour and a half into it, guys, there will be not one, but 2 yardies this year, Fritz, for the first time. You're picking the right time to go. There will be a private days yard sale. There will be a public days yard sale.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh
My bank
yes.
account's already crying at me, man.
So, and this is in addition to whatever shenanigans take place
On the side.
at this place.
Oh,
Shout out to
yeah.
Ostif. 188 days till Monday landing in Chicago, in Schaumburg. 194 till Brick World officially starts. That's when the show starts, Fritz. We all get there a little early.
Nah, I
But
think I'm gonna be there Tuesday.
so much goes down at this place, and we all know it's the Rennie.
You put beers in your mouth at the Rennie. You can meet your future spouse at the Rennie. You can boy all night at the Rennie. Buy the orders that you like at the Rennie. It all goes down at the Rennie. If you stay another place, you offend. Them other hotels at the Rennie. The Rennie is the Rennie is the Rennie. The Rennie is the Rennie.
Oh, it all goes down at the Rennie, Fritz. There was an impromptu yardie in the lobs of the Rennie. Okay.
Bro, I cannot wait. My wife is gonna kill me. She'll be at the home in Michigan with the wife, the kid, the newborn.
What's that
My
set
parents
called,
will be with them,
Fritz? The
leaving.
one with the lime green and yellow bounty hunter pursuit. Is that what it's called? I own it.
What?
The set, the Star Wars set, episode 2.
Yeah.
I got
good
that in the Rennie lobs. Ostif, a lot of witnesses, Stud Lake, everybody. Fresh as a daisy. I mean, flawless, perfection. I got that, a Jedi Bob. I'm trying to remember the haul.
Oh no, this is gonna hurt me.
Oh, dude, it was like 110 for like $300 worth of shit. It was awesome.
This is
The
dangerous.
figs were pristine. The sets were pristine. Ostif, you were there. Ostif, you saw that. What else was Ostif? Do you recall? You're good with the lore. There was 3 components to that. Cooper sold his banner. He was very concerned. He sold one of his Maddie style banners, Fritz. I mean, there's all kinds of opportunities. So
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm going to Brick World Chicago
Bounty Hunter Pursuit.
to
Yeah.
buy
And then there
stuff,
was,
but because I want to network and just know people, and I want people to find out what I do and who I am. I'm super excited to network and meet people. That's what I cannot wait to meet these people I've made friends with over the phone or over whatnot, and just connect, and like you, Tyler, Ryan,
dude, it's gonna be great.
Wappy.
It's better
Actually,
than you
just
can
missed one.
imagine. This is something that we're always, kind of selling, whatever, hyping. We cannot possibly overhype Brick World. You just can't. You can't.
Speaking of meeting people, I actually just met someone on my trip in here in Michigan back home. I just excited shaking. Hell yeah, Ostif. I just met someone that I know from Whatnot here in Michigan. They're another seller, and they're actually in this chat right now.
Who is it? Jandern?
Fanboys Jandern.
Yeah.
Jandern is an awesome seller on Whatnot, and we had a couple brewskis together, and we went out shopping. We did some live shopping. We should have vlogged it. Yeah, it was awesome, and I've met like now 4 or 5 people on Whatnot or from Whatnot, and it's been awesome. Every single person I've met, awesome people to be around, and you can't beat them. Sweet. And look, he's here supporting today.
Jandern's
You're
awesome.
the first tours, buddy. Hell yeah. Austin, I think I'll have a patch.
Austin, the first one. I mean, come on. What All right, because of the vet thing, we can do that. But you know, the inaugural beer. I mean, come on.
It'll either be a patch or it'll be a T-shirt. I don't know yet.
Networking is going to be great. Pure Michigan.
Pure
baby.
Michigan. Go blue, people.
80
We're at 80
likes.
likes.
There's
Let's keep
93
it going.
of you. All right,
Let
look,
me tell
guys.
my wife to like the show. Riley, you gotta like the show. Can you like the show? It's on YouTube. We're at 80 likes. All right, can you tell your dad to as well and your
A
mom?
lot of people getting the first Coors latte. What is this? I feel like Chop over here.
I love you. All right, that's 4 more likes. All right, we're getting there.
All right, we got to hit a hunch. You know.
We
All right,
got
guys.
to.
Let's try to scroll back through. I do want to call this out though. Marty, shout out to Marty Becker. Brickworld Holiday Joy this weekend in Schaumburg. Brickworld Chicago Primer. If you are within a couple hours, whatever you can manage to drive in these conditions, you know, whatever you want to do. But Holiday Joy, I actually would have loved to have been there, and I would have been there. It's just bad timing. It is my daughter's birthday every year this weekend, the same time they choose to do this. And while I can semi get a hall pass, or it's not even about hall passes, I don't want to miss my daughter's birthday for anything. So I won't be going to Holiday Joy unless they change weekends. But Father's Day, I can still get home on Father's Day. Because that's the last day of Brickworld Chicago. So it is a great event. It's geared towards the holidays, obviously. There's going to be a lot of displays, lots of lights, lots of great folks. But it is it is a nice appetizer if you're in the area. And if you have the means you can travel, it's definitely worth traveling to. To be clear, I've been to other Lego conventions, and there is nothing like what Brickworld puts on, like not even remotely close. So if you're in the area, go check that out for sure. And it'll give you a little warm up of what the full BWC is all about.
One of my family members joined the chat.
Hey, Lauren, what's happening?
Go blue. She goes, don't miss you.
Fritz is making those accounts to get the likes to 100. Moments, what are we at right now, dude?
We're at 88. Come on, people.
Yeah, and Holiday Joy will be the best of the best mocks. Thank you, Amy. That's a great point. A lot of creativity there. All kind of themed, mostly themed around Christmas stuff, but you're not going to see like 97 AT-ATs, you know. So
the amount of people saying hi, Lauren, is
hey, Lauren, welcome. Thank you for letting Fritz hang with us. We appreciate that.
I want to ask, are there any sleeper figs that we I think we should toss, because you know it's, what is it, 1:38? We're almost an hour 40 in.
Yeah, we got about another 20 minutes.
One.
Let's open it up to the Girth Gang. What do you think, Fritz? What do they want to talk about? Guys, some of you mentioned some earlier. Yeah, if you're still hanging, classic black spaceman. Really? Is that
super expensive? I actually just got one. I actually just sold one too on Bricklink. I sold them for $100 flat. It was in mint condition. Guy got back with me and he said,
wow.
Yeah, it's in absolutely amazing condition. I just got another one, but the gold's completely gone off of it. Sadly, sad to say, but the classic black spaceman only came in one set. It's $100 minifigure. I don't think it was a magnet though.
Give me the yeah, because this is showing $40. So what? Let's see.
Pull this bad boy up. Black spaceman.
Here we go. There it is. Space astronaut.
Yep.
Is it? There's a couple of them.
It's not the classic one.
So just space astronaut.
230 is nuts though. SP003. Yeah, that was that one. SP003. Okay. That's the one that I sold for $100 minty. Davy Jones is a good 200.
Yep.
150 to 200.
Well, that's kind of a known one, I think.
Yeah, it is a known one.
By the way, I'm not knocking, like, I don't mean to knock people's call outs, but I was like, this is surprising, and I'll tell you why. Because you always hear like some of them are worth more, and some of them, you know, you got to piece them together, right? There's a lot of creative solutions to part together different colors of these. A normie sort of black spaceman, that's surprising to me. It's worth this much. Now you look at when it came out, it was in 8 sets, Fritz, and it's still worth that much. That's drawing power, dude.
I mean, that's drawing power, but you got to remember this bad boy is a 1984 release.
No, it's 40,
So
40, soon to be 41 years old.
yeah, I mean that's an expensive minifigure, and I mean, a lot of those OG spacemen are
Cloud
like
City
that
Boba.
too.
Yeah, guys.
I
I want to see stuff I haven't seen, you know.
Let's see.
Any dimension? What is it, Florida? I like the dimension thing. What are some of the ones that are like crazy though? That we like I feel like some of the heaters there are like 40, 50 bucks on the high. Like, is there something that's like crazy from dimensions? I'd love to look at it.
I don't know too much about dimension minifigures. I mean, you gotta remember most of those were manufactured pretty often. Like those weren't like
Jandern coming through. Let's get our first. I can't believe it's taken this long, Fritz. The non-light up Mace Windu. Is that going to be this one here at 89?
Yeah, that one right there. Yep. Okay. Non-light up Mace Windu. Actually, not a super. Ironically, you don't sell this one on Whatnot. People pay like 30, 40 bucks for them because they just don't know sometimes. But the bad boy is expensive. It only came in one set. The
What do you
non-light up
mean?
Mace
People
Windu.
won't pay high for them on Whatnot?
People don't know the value of him,
Okay.
right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not the fact that people just won't. People just don't know the value. So if you're going to sell it, you got to educate, right? In the USA, minimum price on Bricklink is 95 bucks. You know.
Gotcha.
Jen didn't even said it. He said he got torched. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys are going to start selling on Whatnot, I'm gonna have a tutorial up on my YouTube, and I talk to people all the time on Whatnot about how to sell and whatnot and the best ways to do it. But hey, I'm no guru. I'm just putting out my best with what I've learned from. But at least I might be able to help somebody out. Some stuff people just don't know, and you got to educate them. You know, and it's just the way it works. If you have the light up version, guess what? You're probably gonna sell the light up version for close to value. I've got 2 right now that I have to replace the batteries in. But if you get one in great condition, like it's going between 140 and 180 on Whatnot. But like you can usually find them on Bricklink for 120, maybe 110, if it's working. You know what I mean? What are you looking
Kay
at?
today says there's a Ninjago movie wooden woo prop. Is this going to be like a 1 of 1, like ultra mega rare?
This is like a part number?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we fucked up. I don't know what you mean.
Here's some advice from Lake. You know, he's a businessman. Before selling on Whatnot, say this fig is worth at least 100. Fritz does do that, not 100 every
I do,
time.
yeah. No, I do it sometimes because like.
No, you do it pretty much. Well, you're right. It's not every time because you don't have to when it's like an ultra mega heater where everybody knows. But it's when it's something questionable. You're like, last few have gone from 38 to 45 bucks. Like he'll say that real quick.
Yeah. And you want to know what? There's no shame in that. As long as you're not being like, hey, this figure is a $65 figure, but it's really $10 or $15 on Bricklink. That's wrong.
This one, so Series 2, we all know.
Wow.
Going nuts. But this one, dude, 42.
What
He's
in
saying
Lord's
it's
name?
100 something. Can you check this one, Fritz? Because we've been hearing this one's like 130. We all know Video Series 2 rare. We get it. It was short run because nobody cared, quite frankly. But apparently, this is the heater of Series 2. We all know Series 2 has value.
I mean, Series 2 complete or just the one minifigure?
The one figure. $140. 100 and something. Check it out.
Is it the Dragon
This is
one?
only saying 40, but I know it's worth more than that.
Yeah, Dragon Guitarist.
Yep.
Brand new. We'll say sealed even.
Yep.
120 sealed.
All right.
Valley Bricks. Now, if you want it complete, but not sealed, you're looking at $100. Yeah.
Damn.
Now, if you want just used, let's see what that's going to be. There isn't even one there. Not one in existence. Damn. Not even incomplete. New and complete is
Blake
the only
saying
thing you
I
got.
sold this Rose Tico for 85 last week.
Jeez.
Fritz, are you excited for the 10-year Annie of the sequels?
Yeah, I love them, man. I love them.
Do you think there'll be a day in the sun for anyone? Kylo figs?
The
I think
only
Finch
minifigure out of
doubles.
that damn thing that was
If
worth
this
it.
catches on at all, Finch will double. Do you have a Finch?
Yeah, Finch is not going to double. He's
Do you
already.
have a Finch? You do have one?
Yeah, I have one. I had two, sold one. But Finch is not. I don't see Finch doubling. He's right now between like $1,000 and $1,300, depending on where you get him from and like how expensive you want to pay. I don't think like. Yeah, Finch is $1,000 already. Yeah, I don't see Finch going up anymore, you know.
Alright.
And like Cloud City Boba Fett, I don't see him going above 2,500 ever again. And frickin' Chrome C3PO, I think that max price on Chrome C3PO, I think some stuff are starting to hit like their plateau, you know. Until like another 10 years down the road, I don't think they're gonna start increasing like crazy unless supply is just dried up like a nun's. Yep, can't say the rest of that.
Jeez Louise, settle down.
I don't think that a lot of these things are gonna shoot up in price anymore. But you know, we'll see. I think some of these figures that we are sleeping on right now are gonna go up in value. I think Chrome Vader might be going up. Did someone just say that too? Yeah, I think Chrome Vader's gonna keep going up. I think the Shadow Arf. I think those ones that are at that like $100 mark, $150 mark, and some at that $300 to $500 mark might continue to grow up.
Gotcha.
Um,
This
so,
is a good pick. It's shocking
this is a
revelation.
cool one for
2003
sure.
Spider-Man. I think we all know that one goes for
Yeah.
around 100.
Any other? Is there anything from like unique
scratch the
themes?
bottom of the barrel, you know?
What do you
OG
think? Like,
White Boba, I agree. I mean that cannon should go up. You know, it was hurt by the series though, Jandern. It exposed him, unfortunately. So I don't know, but it should go up like $10-20 every year, I would think. Raimi
are there any
Spider.
Lone Ranger minifigures that are expensive?
Let's take a look.
Oh wow, there is. Captain J. Fuller. I didn't know he was expensive. $41.
Is that in the Stagecoach?
No, that's the Captain J. Fuller is the captain. He's in
No, I know, but what?
Train Chase. Constitution Train Chase.
Chase. All right.
Yeah, there you go, right there. He is like $44, $45 right now, with pistols.
Yep.
I think the last. Here's a little tidbit of information, if I'm not mistaken. I think that the last time that we got like actual guns in Lego was the Lone Ranger, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Is that someone fact check me? Cooper, get on it. I think that's 100% right.
You're
if I'm
not even
mistaken.
showed him here, or is this a musket? Like, what does he got?
That
here?
right there is his sword in the sheath, but he
Okay.
does. They put pistols in the show, or in the not the show, in the sets, and they're actually like revolvers. No joke.
Is this mainly from collectors of the time frame. It can't be from the movie because nobody,
This is
don't
from the movie. They
no, I
were
know. But, like
contracted.
people that are buying this are repurposing. I think for
Oh yeah, 100%,
nobody
without a
writes
doubt.
movies, right? You're getting sort of a soldier that. I mean, the guns. That's interesting lore. Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about the 2023 Indiana plane had pistols. Yep, that's
Oh,
true. Did they have revolvers? Was that revolvers? I think so, right? The Lego doesn't do guns very often, so when you do get guns, like hold on to them. It's pretty cool, especially if they're like somewhat accurate and they're not Star Wars blasters. Like it's pretty cool, and it's kind of unique. I still have a gray, but they look cooler.
Zori's
Yeah.
going up. Let's see.
Zori Bliss, bro. Let me check that.
$5. Trolling. I was like,
Yeah, he's trolling. No way. I mean, figures that we already are all know going up are, we kind of talked about this in a past stream,
Fritz, this is a great call out. The German fighter pilot who may or may not rhyme with Yahtzee. There's people. I mean, definitely has potential. Here's my advice of the week. Whether you're wanting to get it to sock away or not, people are getting the indie stuff before it goes. Some of that stuff's been on the super low. I mean, Fritz, even at retail, both of those are heaters, in my opinion, or all three.
I personally will tell you this, that Indiana Jones is a good investment. Not only does it have a good IP backing it, Lucasfilm and Disney both have liked Indiana Jones. They're also coming out with another Indiana Jones movie, or not movie, game. And I think it's only going to make things get better for Indiana Jones. And the fact that they actually have like somewhat historically accurate minifigures in these sets is the first time we've ever had anything like that, Like in the first wave of Indiana Jones, absolute heat. But also this wave that we got right here, you can't really go wrong with it. I mean, it's so cool. They added so many cool, unique parts and pieces to these sets that make them so expensive. I mean, the German truck and the German vehicle, the bike with the what do you call it? Last Crusade, favorite Indiana Jones movie, right there. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. I mean, and all these sets are
Why are you? But it's not. I mean, it could be someone's favorite. It's not that. I mean, it's all right.
I mean, I have every single set. I even have the ship too, or the bomber. The bomber's so expensive, and like,
Sidecar. Yeah, there's a lot. Guys, yeah, get on that if you see them out there on the low, or I mean, it's going to be one of those ones. It only did poorly because the new IP did not do well, obviously.
Yeah, it didn't.
But Indie's one of those things that every 10 years it'll be the 50th anniversary, it'll be the whatever. Like it's
they might do something right.
It's like a third tier Star Wars in terms of like fandom and people loving it and rallying behind it. And
well, true. And like all the OG Indiana Jones figures
right?
are
That soldier fig, Fritz.
Yeah.
I mean, to get a German soldier, whether it rhymes with Yahtzee or not, it's like it's just a cool fig. That's just they never even like, especially nowadays, tiptoe towards anything like military.
They barely,
and even if they go balls to the wall, Fritz, 5 years, they surprise us. And they're like, Brickmania was right. Let's lean into it. Still, that'll be a standout figure for some.
It would be. No, it totally would be. And all the other ones too. I'm a big Brickmania dude. I love Brickmania. So does Shy. Shy is crazy into it more than I am. And
I went to a few of them with Shy, and I respect it. I love it. Not as much as you will. You guys have like the intimate knowledge, and it's ultra meaningful. Yeah. And I was like, oh, a little Hummer, a little whatever. It was like $240 for like a $40 set anywhere else, and I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm not saying it's overpriced. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for me, for my level of interest, I'm like, yeah, no, dog, can't do it. you know,
I mean, I've got some very
I respect the
expensive
hustle.
stuff.
I love those guys. I've met them. Awesome dudes.
Later releases would make current sets. That's true. So like with the Indiana Jones sets, like all the older sets were actually not crazy expensive, and then when when Lego said we're gonna make another wave, all of them jumped up substantially. I think by like 20% in value. Kind of crazy.
Shreddy wants to know if that's a
so, like,
mango monster you're rocking over there.
no, this is the white monster right here, Zero. It's just a normal white one. My favorite. Although my wife likes the mango, and so do I. Any monster is good.
All right, guys.
Can't go wrong with
In
it.
the interest of getting ourselves some rest tonight, we're gonna wind her down.
Oh, it's
Fritz has
11. Oh shit.
Fritz has an early flight tomorrow, and I think we've struck on something interesting here. I do think a hidden gems kind of callback, Fritz. We could populate this with. I'm making this up. We went through maybe 20 whatever figs tonight. We could definitely
I don't
find
think we hit 20, man.
whatever it is, right? I'm just going highball here. 15, 20 figs. We could do this on occasion, just kind of a freelance. Let's see what's out there.
Yeah.
Shocking, surprising, whatever you want to call it. Expensive figs that people don't think about that are out there, that are not super obvious, that are not something being covered all the time. I think would be good, and we could all learn something.
I just gotta toss this out there.
Yeah.
It's only 11 o'clock, and I'm having a monster. It's okay, guys. But also, we're 10 likes away from 100. Let's do it. I think
Guys,
the
it's
people like
83.
this.
Let's make the dreams come true.
Come
10
on.
away.
Let's go.
Let's get in there. I'll tell you what, Fritz.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I teased it earlier. We will show one minifigure from the holiday heater set before we go off the air. If we can hit 100 likes.
100 likes. We're
If not,
10 away.
If not, we'll hold it all back for Thursday. That's the deal. I'm driving a hard bargain. I feel like this is 100 likes worthy show. We went around the world, Fritz, to end up across the street in a lot of ways. We circled back. We have gone through many themes that we've never touched upon on this broadcast, on this channel.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think 100 is reasonable. Terminator likes. Somebody make 10 Google's account. 10 new Google accounts.
Yeah.
Shockingly cheap figs next. Yeah.
Sean, you want to shout yourself out and anything else you got going on or anything you got cooking up before we get ready to close the show out?
I do. I do want to announce that it's interesting. ACOB is now officially part of the Targs creator program, Fritz. So thank you. So guys, we are going to be listing we're going to be sending out deal alerts and stuff from Target. They must have heard us. We've applied before. Now they want to work with us. Cool. Awesome. Thought they always should. I think sometimes people look at the size of the subs and all that stuff. It's never mattered to me. I like building the way we're building. And when we see something
community,
it's a community, dude. We don't make soulless, heartless, shorts to pump out what's working to the algorithm. We could do that. I do that a little bit. I should stop being so rigid. There's people out there that do it and do it well. I just hasn't been our cup of tea, but our nice slow grind has brought us this awesome group of folks that rock with us. And anyway, Target, we talk about it every week here. Gotta go to Targs. Fritz has been in Targs as part of this show. We're going to be doing some stuff with them. I've got some good contacts there. We hope to be able to do some giveaways, like stuff we haven't really done here, but I still want to maintain like the heart and soul of the show. So that could be really cool for us. We'll see what it brings. It might be something, might be nothing. It's all good.
I would love to get in on some giveaways.
Yeah. So
we're
rocking with Target. They're digging it. It's pretty cool. So, and you guys know we're super choosy about what we do and what we bring on. We have it's not a flex, Fritz, and I mean this. we get emailed, sell this, sell that stuff a little bit. I'm not saying it's like a million times we're getting stuff, but I'm like, it doesn't work for us. Target, yeah, we definitely F with Target. We're there every week, most of us, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
for legs, for the Lega specifically, or to pick up diapers, whatever it is, we're there.
Yeah, all of the above.
So that's pretty cool. We got that going on. I've been posting links on community posts and stuff, and the way that goes, I guess, with disclosures, we do get a couple very small percentage points, but if you guys are going to plan on buying something anyway, if you want to support the chan, you guys can grab it through those links. So it'll be pretty cool. Other than that, I'm excited to show this minifigure. Yeah, the Target dogs, man, they know about all of it now. So we got a contact there. I'm like, you guys don't even understand, man. And I'll be honest with you, man. We ran pretty hard at Nobes and nothing. I think Nobes could use a little more rub and shine than even Targs, but
100% struggle.
Because I still think you talk about a hidden gem, man. Nobes, jeez Louise. Yeah, little Targs jingle. We'll see. I'm actually asking them what we can and can't say. So, as far as like the alliance, but they know we're a show for adult Lego fans. They dig it. It's all good. So I know it's crazy. Like Nobes, man. So it's all good. Target answered the call, man. They want to rock. So there you go.
Let's go.
Ostifer is the cashier for GNN. That's right.
Yeah.
SpongeBob. We will definitely. Yeah. We
will be talking about SpongeBob
for sure.
We're gonna do more shows like this. I think it was a hit.
Yeah. This one felt good. This one felt good. I like being ultra prepared, but then I also like being like 50% prepared, having some stuff and letting you guys kind of fill in the gaps for sure. So
I think we had a lot of conversation between the chat and us in this show too. I mean, it was constant.
Oh yeah. Well, me and the boys always come with it. All right, what do we got? 99 or one away.
No, we're 100. We're 100.
Easily like away. And we will show one of the figs from the holiday heater set.
Oh, we are 99. Who the fuck unliked it? Sorry. Excuse the language.
Fritz,
showed 100 for me.
Use it for 1 minute more. Talk about yourself.
Oh, it's a big screen on me.
Do something. I want big screen here.
No, you can big screen me. It's fine. All right. Well, active duty Marine. Most of you guys know me. I'm a Lego collector, but Lego reseller. I'm not gonna promote my whatnot. If you guys want to promote anything, if I'm gonna promote anything, there's a big show coming up this Saturday. It's for kids. 10 to 30% of the proceeds are going to Mercy's Hospital or Mercy Children's Hospital. So please go support that show. I'm gonna be the first one starting up, and we're gonna do some big giveaways, and we're also gonna be doing a ton of stuff. We're gonna sell a lot of stuff in that show. So please go check out that show. It's this Saturday. I took my 10-day hiatus. I'm coming back. But now back to it. If you guys do want to support me in any way, shape, or form, honestly, we're just trying to grow on YouTube and Instagram a little bit. We're almost at 1,500 followers on Instagram. Kind of crazy. And then on YouTube, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to grow a little bit more by little bit on YouTube. I'm actually going to be posting a really big blog, not a really big blog, but like a vlog soon. So that's really cool for frickin' YouTube for me because I'm not much of a vlogger. A little shy in the camera, especially walking around at Target with a stick and all that, But yeah, go check out the YouTube channel. Excuse me. I do some really big hauls and I unbox some crazy stuff. This upcoming week, we're going to unbox probably about 40 packages from our 10-day hiatus of being back in Michigan. And we got a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys tune in for that video. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like talking about myself too much. If you guys have questions about anything, shoot. You can ask me anything you guys want. I am 6 followers away from 1,500. No, wait, 6? No, I'm not. I can't do math. I'm a Marine. Don't count me in. Gosh, I'm 40 followers away from 1,500 on Instagram. I appreciate all the support from all the awesome people in here, and I cannot wait to go to Brick World. We're at 101 likes. Let's go. My least favorite color, probably purple. When did I start Whatnot? I started Whatnot just over 2 years ago. It was July 2nd of 2022. So just over 2 years ago now. I'm at like 18,000 followers. And if you guys ever want to start selling a Whatnot, or you want to sell your collections, hit me up. I'm constantly buying collections, or if you want me to sell in a commission, hit me up. I'm happy to work with you. I'm really upfront about everything, and that's just kind of how I am. Top three flavors, man. Mango. I like my whites. And then also peachy.
Are we
is really good
talking
too.
monster flavors? What's going on
We're
here?
talking monster, YouTube, favorite color, when I start Whatnot. Yeah, Austin, hit me up. Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you covered a lot in a quick pee break. Look at this.
If you guys ever want to hit me up about anything, whether it's to sell stuff, learn how to buy stuff, or whatever you guys want to do, hit me up. I'm always constantly working with people. I'm big on community. Look at that gem right there. Look at that gem.
The best
such a
part
good
is
set.
look at this little tiny battery warning.
Yeah. Real warning. Real warning. Tropical Punch is good. Yeah.
I gotta shout
that
out
was a good one.
Clearance Cody Hideout or Lookout over on our Discord. Somebody posted that it was like 111 or something with $26 of honey, and the honey came
Oh my God.
through. Yeah. And I put it right into PayPal because they're locked up with them now. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Do that math, Fritz. That's a hell of a deal for that thing.
I mean, that's really good. Shoot.
Yeah.
I've got
The
like
champs, that's
800
right.
bucks in Rakuten I'm waiting on right now. No
Mhm.
joke. Can't wait for that money to come
101.
back.
Thank you, Coop. Yeah, whatever it was. It was still, I mean, 33% off the strength. Yeah. So, all right. I think we hit the hunch. We were close before I left. Did we? Oh, man. Are we still stuck?
Hey, I want to ask, is it
Dude, we're at
random question?
99 still? Is everybody
No, we're
maxed?
at 100, I think. I thought we were at 100. Let me check.
13
Let me
back.
check.
No, mine was like $27. I don't remember exactly. Sorry,
Mine
guys.
says
I'm being a
100
little
right
off.
here.
But I know it was like 30 some odd percent off, and I'm like, it's retiring. I would have went FPJ in a moment of desperation, but I'm so glad. $100. Okay. Either way. Oh, they're saying 101. Okay.
Yeah, we're at 101.
Let me see.
I think. Let me double refresh
Yep.
it.
All right. Good. We're good. All right, boys. So as promised, here is the first, just to give you a taste of what's going to happen with the holiday heater. It's going to be exciting. Here is the first figure of the holiday heater set. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the dinosaur doubting, the history hating, the most non-believer of anything that isn't on social media or YouTube. But yet he's still a great guy, and he's jolly, and he's into the holiday spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, the first figure of the holiday heater I present to you. Feast your eyes on Treeler.
Oh, look at that. Look at that gem.
That's right. It's Treeler. Dude, this is just one little nug of what's going on in this thing. This is going to be the most batshit set we've done yet. Trust me.
That's an Easter egg right there.
This is Treeler. Unbelievable. So, guys, you're going to want to tune in Thursday. We got something extra special cooked up for you. The holiday heater. The latest drop from ACOB and Matt Black Bricks. Fritz, are you going to place an order for a tree? I mean, just off the Treeler alone, right? I mean, we're talking about value here.
I mean, you guys got to think about it. That's a trailer. What else do you think is packed up in this 200? Remind me, is this 263 pieces, ladies and gentlemen? If you think all that's packed up in that little tree, you're wrong. What else do you think is packed up in that box? You already know. If it's from ACOB, it's heat. Absolute straight heat. I'm buying first day. Maybe one or two. I don't know. I'm gonna have to start saving dimes.
So this one again, like we always sort of out punch our weight class here, but this one's gonna be interesting. So guys, we're excited to see you Thursday. We will give you the full regalia, the full reveal on Thursday, but the holiday heater, we're doing something that no one else has ever done. Namely, first and foremost, we are taking a beloved YouTuber and we've turned him into a tree, into a Christmas tree. The dinosaur doubting. Somebody's got to write that down. We need more descriptions of how Tyler doesn't believe in history.
Jandern said, "Gotta get 3, 1 to build, 1 to keep, and 1 to use is boxed gold at Brick World." That right there.
Look, guys, this is going to be one of those.
Knowledge.
This is going to be one of those sneaky ones. Again, you guys know I'm honest to a fault. Sometimes too honest, but whatever. I know we just released something else. We're doing this back to back. Lake will tell you I was concerned, but this is so unique and so crazy, and the time is of the essence. Remember that. We have to do it now. You'll see why. Because of what it really is. And so, yeah, this one could go under the radar, Fritz. So close to a legendary release of the Girth Troopers. I mean, people don't even have those in hands yet, and I feel bad about that. You know, I was like, maybe they get that, enjoy that, think about something else.
Bro, they shipped, right?
Yeah, they shipped, but 100% shipped out. We got that confirmed.
I
mean, we'll have them in hand, but like, some people won't have them by the time this one releases. Fritz, you're comfortable with getting 80 boxes and not knowing what they are. I'm a man of the people. I want to be like, oh, you got
not
this,
knowing what
this, maybe order something else, you know. But, yeah. What did he went off? Did you watch the end of last week's show after you left?
Bro, I've actually, I had a couple people message me the past couple days about this. Jander told me about it, and a couple other people are like, "Hey, did you watch the rest of the show after you left?" I was like, "No, I was busy. I'm with family. I watched a little bit of it today." What the what is Tyler going off about? And Egypt not being real? What?
He's saying if there wasn't a vlog,
the context
that's when I ended the show, is when he said this. Fritz, you didn't make it all the way there, but he said this at the end.
Boston Tea Party didn't happen in America. No, you're shitting me. You're shitting me. I used to teach history, man.
It was the best 20 minutes. We should clip that, bottle it, and send it out there.
Oh my God. No, I used to teach history. That being
said, we all love Tyler. He's the best. Dude, he really... I hope you guys realize this about ACOB. We only fuck with like the best of the best people. Flaws, warts, and all. I get it. And that's why Fritz fucks. That's why everybody does, because we're like, we talked to all kinds of people. We're like, that's why we made a friggin' Christmas tree of this guy. Okay, we think the world of Tyler. He's awesome. It was very entertaining. Look at him; it's Treeler. I mean, this alone is worth whatever the hell the asking price is. We'll figure that out. But
bro, a Tyler Dino would be fucking nuts.
Dude, a Dino?
Oh, that was loud. My kid's sleeping.
Lake, If you're in here, we need a Tinosaur.
Custom molded and everything.
Treeler. I mean, come on.
You got to give him a beard, but you also have to give him a hat, and you have to give him shades and really bright sunglasses. And you have to give him shades.
Yeah, there was a
about
lot
the first
of
flight. What?
Yeah. Ooh.
Tyragon. I like how it's Torso Crackers pictures.
Oh my
of
god,
frickin'
Tyler through time, dude. Lake, where are you? He's probably getting some much needed rest. Treeler is fire drip. All right, boys,
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
send her home. I know we're a little late, but wanted to get that reveal out. A lot of fun. This is the way I want this show to go. If you guys are having fun, tell your friends, or keep it to yourself. It's up to you, really. But we like being your favorite Lego YouTubers' favorite Lego YouTubers. We'll see you guys right here next week on Figgonomics. Thanks for the dubs, boys. We'll see you right here this Thursday on the regular ACOB stream. Set release, another heater guaranteed. Peace.